Good morning and welcome to this video on TAPMI's new management program, MBA-Technology Management. Before I start, let me quickly introduce myself. I am Surya Mahadevan. I am a faculty in the marketing area. I've been associated with TAPMI for the last 9 years. Before TAPMI, I've worked in industry for about 30 years. I'm a professor of practice in the marketing area. Now, I want to talk about the new MBA Technology Management program. This is a program that is constructed or designed very differently from a typical management program. Therefore, the entire understanding that the students derive in terms of how a business enterprise works is through a functional prism or a functional perspective. So, the MBA Technology Management program is constructed very differently from the typical management program. So, in the first year, you learn multidisciplinary courses, which includes marketing, finance and HR and all the other management subjects. And in the second year, there is a focus on technology courses, and then we have a sectoral track as well. Therefore, as compared to a typical management program, which has got multidisciplinary courses and functional elective, an MBA Technology Management program has got general management program, and then there is a technology layer to it, and there is a sectoral layer to it. And we are introducing 3 different sectors, so you can choose from e-commerce and retail, fintech or health track. So you get to specialize in one of the sectors. Therefore, you are learning how a business enterprise works from a technology perspective and from a sectoral perspective. Now, why is this different important? What is the basic reason for designing a program which has got this unique construct? Today, the business transformation is happening because of technological changes. All businesses cutting across different sectors are getting disrupted, are getting redefined based on technological changes. Therefore, there is a need for creating talent who understand what is the change that is happening in technology. Therefore, an MBA Technology Management program prepares the students for a strong, in-depth understanding of what are the possibilities, what are the business possibilities with different technology, and then there is this sectoral overlay makes the students so much more job ready when they join the organization. But in this video, I'm going to be focusing more on the co-curriculum aspect of it. So while I did talk about how the MBA Technology Management program is very different, the focus of this video is going to be on what is the key dimension in terms of non-curriculum or co-curriculum activities. Therefore, while we have a robust curriculum that is delivered in the class, each student or each participant is required to create his or her own learning track, because we live in a dynamic world. So everything that is happening that in the business context or in the market context is not going to be learned or is not going to be taught in the class. So the student has to create his learning track, his own learning track, and try and understand how different sectors, what are the changes cutting across different sectors, how the macroeconomic changes are impacting the business. Therefore, the student has to pretty much create his own learning track. And for the students to get this strong applied learning and connecting the student with what is happening in real world, we have created several interventions. So the first big intervention is in terms of creating a mentor. So we're going to have an industry mentor who will guide the student in terms of what opportunities obtain in different sectors. The second intervention is in the form of leadership assessment and development. So we have a unique construct where each student's leadership qualities and leadership attributes are assessed, and then the student is created awareness in terms of on what dimensions and what parameters he has to improve his own personality. And then we have interventions in the form of personality development, interventions in terms of communication development. So all these are co-curriculum. While the curriculum track is running, the student is also learning in terms of how to improve himself, and he is given opportunity to understand what are the opportunities that are coming up in the marketplace. That is the additional learning track that is happening. Going back to the theme of industry mentor, so each student will be mapped to an industry practitioner, and the industry practitioner will then mentor the student based on the student's aptitude, his interest. The industry mentor will guide him in terms of what additional learning, what additional certification, what additional knowledge he needs to acquire, what competencies he needs to acquire for a particular job role. Therefore, there is going to be continuous mentoring of the student by the industry practitioner. The other intervention I spoke about was the learning assessment and development. Now coming back to other structural interventions, internship program for the MBA-Technology management program is designed differently from the typical internship program in a management course. So we have a long duration internship program which will be for a period of 3 months or 12 weeks, and then the student will be allowed to continue the internship after the 3 months are over. When he gets back to the campus, along with his classroom learning, the student can continue engaging with that organization where he interned and continue to work on live projects. And this can then be carried forward into a winter internship as well. Therefore, to emphasize the applied dimension, we have a long internship, and there is a continuity in terms of live projects, and then a further continuity towards the winter internship, where in the final term of the program, instead of the classroom learning, the student can join the organization and as an early onboarding, and he can start working at an applied level. Therefore, the internship design here is very different. We also have a IT social project design in the very first year. So at TAPMI, we believe in sustainability and understanding the social context. So each student will get to do a project in a social organization, and it will be an IT project. Therefore, the technology expertise or the IT expertise is applied in a social context. That is a new and additional dimension of applied learning for the students. So you have a program which is very rich in terms of its curriculum, but it is also emphasizing the co-curriculum, it is also emphasizing the parallel tracks. So should you have any more questions, feel free to mail me at mahadevan.s@manipal.edu, and I'll be able to get back to you with responses to your queries. Thanks a lot and wish you all the very best.